Yoga. Today's practice is a 15-minute intermediate yoga flow, and I've got 2 yoga blocks and a yoga blanket. You never know when you're going to want the floor a little bit higher. The 2 blocks are 4 meters. You're going to want the floor a little softer. There's going to be opportunities for you to use all of them. I'll try to point it out as they arrive. Making sure you have enough room to practice. You're going to want room to extend your arms wide, raise your hands high, maybe even lift one leg behind you and down the facing dog. But the short story is, make sure you got enough room around you that you're not going to kick or hit anything in your immediate vicinity, and then join me in an easy, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you. We are going to be starting in Hero, but we're going to spend a little while there, so I'm not going to encourage you to show up too early. What we're getting into today is a top-down full-body stretch. We're going to start with our neck and then move all the way down and get into our hips, and it's going to be great. I make suggestions, you make decisions. Make decisions that honor your body and your practice today. So, as you're ready, let's find our way to Hero together. What I'm going to recommend is you grab one block, place it on the lowest setting. All blocks have low, medium, and tall settings, so place it on the lowest setting right in between the balls of your ankles. Take your thumbs, separate the flesh of the calves, so just pull the calves to the outside, and then reach back with the sit bone, see if you can find that block. If it doesn't rest comfortably, which is to say, if it's so tight in your knees or your quads that you're holding your breath, you can add a blanket on top of the block, you can add a block on top of the block, you can turn the block up. Do you? But Hero. Heels in towards your hips, toes pointed back, opening up the tops of the feet, the shins, tibialis anterior, the quads, the tissue around the knees, and then just rooting down through the sit bones. So as you inhale, think about reaching down. And as you exhale, think about reaching the crown of your head up. And from here, we're going to add some neck stretches on top of it. So as you're ready, take your left hand out to the side. And left hand reaching down at a 45-degree angle, take your right arm up by your ear, and then just underneath the top of your earlobe here. Draw your fingers in, and then you're going to pull your right ear down toward your right shoulder. So trying not to turn the head down or turn the head up, but just keep the head looking straight ahead, and then reaching down with the left fingertips so that you find that stretch all the way down through your bicep. And then when you get to the natural edge of your flexibility, just take a big breath in and sigh it out. And as you inhale, you're going to reach gently with the fingertips and just support the head here. And as you exhale, see if you can soften your right ear toward the right shoulder. Just got that extra little bit. Take another big breath in. And keeping a little bit of pressure on that top hand. Not pulling down, but just supportive. Bring the head back up to vertical. Arms come down at your sides. You can roll the shoulders out if you like. And then right arm reaches out. Left arm comes up to the ear. In between the temple and the top of the ear here. Just gentle pressure. Then reaching down and away with the fingertips. Draw the left ear down to the left shoulder. Again, noticing that you're not turning up or turning down, but keeping it straight ahead. Then as you inhale, reach with the fingertips. As you exhale, see if you can let your left ear soften toward the left shoulder. Just making that a little bit more space. Not pulling hard, but instead just being gentle. A lot of times when we're gentle, our body will give us a lot more back. Take another big breath, reaching with the fingertips. And exhale, soften the left ear toward the shoulder. Finding that length on the right side of your neck. Take another big breath in, and keeping that support from the top hand, gently pull the head back up to vertical. Good. And from here, all that time we were thinking about our neck, not only do we feel a little bit looser up top, but also our lower body's been stretching out. So, make your way forward, take your time, remove the block, slide it out front, and then hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to take a gentle cat-cow. So, pressing into the ground, push down with all 10 fingertips, push the shoulder blades right onto the rib cage, and then press the tops of the feet into the floor so that you can lengthen through the tailbone and lengthen through the crown of the head a little bit more and find that length all the way through the spine, yeah? Take a big inhale, and exhale. And as you inhale, arch the spine, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. So inhale and arch. Exhale and round, push the ground away, draw the belly button up. Inhale and arch. And exhale to round. So right from the middle of the back, like you're reaching that engagement out to the ends. Inhale and arch. And exhale to round. And one more time. Inhale, lengthen to plank. And then slowly shift forward and lower down. We're going to do 5 cobras. So untuck the toes, push the tops of the feet down so that the kneecaps lift. Draw the hands out off the sticky mat, up on the fingertips, and inhale, pull the crown of the head forward. So the nose stays pointing down. Pull the shoulders back, lower belly in. Exhale, forehead to the mat. 4 more, but this time inhale that same thing, length, and then look forward with the chin. And exhale down. Inhale, pulling back with the hands this time. Feel the back a little bit more, kneecaps lifting. Exhale low. This last 2 times, if you want to start to pull back with the hands and then push into the floor, maybe get a little bit more lift here, feel free. Use the back strength to lower back down slowly and safely. Inhale, if you want to go full cobra, feel free. And lower down. From here, tuck the toes, hands under shoulders. Inhale the plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you want to bend one knee, bend the other. If you need to make little adjustments, feel free. But from here, take a full breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot forward. And we'll find a low lunge crescent. Inhale, hands to the sky. As you exhale, hands to the mat. Hold it right hip back. Find a half split. Inhale, crescent. Opening up the front of the left hip, holding the right heel back toward the center line of the body. Exhale, hands to either side of the front foot, pulling the hips back, pressing the right heel into the floor. Flex the foot if you like, fold over the right leg for the half split. Inhale, arch the spine, reach up, low lunge crescent. Exhale, hands to the mat, pull back, half split. Bring the hands to either side of the front foot, tuck the left toes, inhale to plank, exhale, downward facing dog, step the left foot forward, ground the right knee, untuck the toe, same thing other side. Inhale, low lunge crescent pose, press the top of the right foot into the floor behind you, find that opening on the front of the right hip. As you exhale, hands to the mat, pull the hips back. You can keep the heart and eyes pulling forward, or you can fold over the leg, flexing the left foot, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, low lunge crescent, move with your breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, lengthening back, folding over the leg if you like. Inhale, low lunge crescent. Exhale, fold, and pull. One more either way. Inhale, lifting up through the heart, the elbows pulling down through the shoulder blades. Exhale, hands to the mat, pull the hips back. And fold. Inhale to a low lunge, tuck the right toes, inhale plank. Shift forward, slowly lower. Inhale cobra, almost like you could do it without your hands. So knees and hands lifting away from the mat. Tuck the toes, hands down, exhale, downward facing dog. From here, right leg rises, inhale it up. As you exhale, right foot outside the right hand for a lizard pose. So what I'm going to recommend is that you start on blocks. And you can always get rid of them if you need. But leave room for your foot on the outside of that left block, because what we're going to do is step that left foot forward and find a squat. And maybe you want to block under your hips. Bring your hands back to the block, step the right leg back, and the left leg back. Same thing other way. Left foot steps forward, find that lizard pose. Right foot steps forward for a squat. Hang out for a moment. You can twist a little bit. Same thing we were doing in Hero. As you inhale, you're going to reach down with your sit bones. As you exhale, you're reaching up through the crown of your head. So you maintain that spinal integrity behind you, gradually pulling the shoulders back. You can press into the palms to widen the knees if you like. Hands to the blocks. Step the right leg back, step the left leg back. Yeah. Left leg forward, right leg forward, squat. Hands down. Right leg back, left leg back. Right leg forward, left leg forward, squat. Left leg back, right leg back. Left foot steps forward. Hang out in this lizard pose for a moment. Roll the shoulders back, pull the heart and eyes forward. If you want, you can walk your elbows down. See if you can draw that left knee in toward the shoulder. So you're activating that inner thigh, pulling toward the center line. full breath in. Walk up to your hands. Step the right foot forward, find that squat. Shoulders back. Inhale, sit bones down. Exhale, head up. Hands to block. Step the left leg back. Lizard. Roll the shoulders back. Look forward with the heart, the eyes. Stay here. Hold the right knee in toward the right shoulder. If you want to walk down to your elbows, feel free. So from here, walk yourself back up to your hands. Slide the blocks out of the way. Step back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward. So lift the heels, tuck the tailbone, make your way to a plank. Lower down to the mats. Untuck the toes, kneecaps and heart lifting. Hands lifting at the top of the cobra if you can. Tuck the toes, hands down. Exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, right leg rises, inhale it up. Exhale, right foot, right thumb. Same thing. If you want to put a blanket under your back knee, if your back knee gets a little bit sensitive, sometimes that's very helpful. Feel free. Put a block under your left hand to start. It can be low, it can be medium, it can be high. Do what you need. But pick up the left, or untuck the left toe, so point the toes back. Press it into the floor and then see if you can slide the kneecap back just a little. If you need to use the tuck toe to do that, walk the back kneecap back, like this far. And then bend the left knee. Reach back. Grab the top of the foot from the inside. So, if you need to raise the block, but get a hold of that foot behind you. As high as you need to get a hold of the foot behind you. And it's the outside of the foot we're grabbing from, but we're grabbing from the inside, so the palm faces out. And then hang on here. Pull the right heel in towards your butt. Find that stretch in your quad. And then from there, with the heel pulled in, you can see if you can sort of soften that left thigh and hip toward the floor. And that's going to help you open up not just the quad, but the hip on that left side. And then as we start to add to that, what you're going to do is lift the right toes, point the right toes over toward the corner of the mat. So the foot is pointing outward at like a 30 or 45 degree angle. And then as you push down, anytime this part gets comfortable, feel free to walk the block down. You don't even need a block if you're comfortable without it. So start to draw your lower belly in and turn your heart to the side. And as you turn from the bottom ribs, the middle ribs, the chest, find a little twist. And then, as you can, flexing that right foot, come up onto the razor's edge, the outer edge, the pinky toe side. And then let the knee fall away from your chest. So what we've got here is a quad stretch behind us, a hip stretch as you start to let that left hip soften toward the mat. Roll the left shoulder out of your ear so you feel supported. You've got an external rotation on the right hip as it opens in this sort of pigeon shape, and then a twist as you draw that up through your upper body, and you can sort of look back over the right foot. Take another full breath in, sigh out. Seeing where you have to give. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, release that foot. So sometimes it wants to slam to the floor behind you. Don't do that. Let it go softly, and bring it back. Make your way to downward facing dog. Bend one knee, then the other. And come to rest in the center. Left leg rises. Inhale it up. Exhale, left foot forward outside the left hand. Find that lizard pose. Again, lower the right knee. If you need the blocks, grab the blocks. It's always nice to have one just in case. And then whether it works better for you with the toe tucked and sort of holding the top of the foot, you've got a little flex of the ankle to pull the kneecap back, or if it works better for you with the toe tucked, hook yourself up. Press the right hand into the floor, roll the right shoulder down out of your ear, and then bend the right knee. Reach back with your left hand, grab the top of the foot. Again, my right quad's a whole lot tighter than my left, so the sides of our bodies feel a little bit different. The tighter the quad is, the higher the block is going to have to be. The higher the block gets, the more it's going to put pressure on that kneecap against the mat, and the more you might need that blanket. Take care of yourself. But all the way up here, finding a place where you feel like you can hold onto this stretch. Hold the heel in actively, and then use the hand to pull it in. And then from there, start to lower the block and shift forward. And if you wince a little bit, great. Just don't wince